If you get one of these 4 OLL cases, you can actually predict PLL every time, and today I'm going to show you how to do that. Essentially what you'll do is figure out what 2 sides of the PLL will look like, and then you use two-sided PLL recognition to figure out what PLL it will be. Starting with this OLL case, I'm only going to be showing how to do the tracing for this algorithm. So if you use a different algorithm, you'll have to figure out for yourself how the edges cycle around. But on this case, all you have to know is that this edge piece will move to right here. So this color will be orange. Other than that, all 5 of these colors will stay the same. So if we're doing two-sided PLL recognition and you just imagine this is orange, it would look like this. And you can tell that's a T-Perm. And this is one really nice example where you can actually cancel into the algorithm. So you start with this, and then instead of finishing the algorithm, you're actually the first 5 moves into a T-Perm. So you can just go straight into it and finish it off. Next we have this H OLL case. The algorithm I use goes like this. And for tracing, all you have to know is that this color goes down to here. Other than that, the rest of the left and front will be the same. So when we do the PLL, it will look like this. And if you know two-sided PLL recognition, this will be an F-perm with the bar being right here. So after we solve this OLL, we'll have to do a U, and then we can go straight into the F-perm. Next up, we have this OLL case. So unfortunately, on the 1 in 6 chance you get this diag CP case, there isn't really a good way of doing the tracing. But I will show you how to do tracing for the solve CP case and adjacent CP, because I do an OLL CP where if I get adjacent, I do a different algorithm. Starting with the solve CP case, I use this algorithm. And the way that affects the pieces is it moves this edge down to here and this edge over to here. Other than that, the corners will remain the same, except you have to know that everything on these 2 sides will do a U prime after you're done. So let's start with the tracing. This blue will come down to here and the red will go over to here, which will look like this once we're done. And that means that this side will do U prime and come over here, and this side will be in the back. So essentially, this OLL will look like this when we're done. Now onto the adjacent CP case. So for this, I put the headlights in the front and do this algorithm. And for the tracing, you'll look at this edge, which comes to right here, and this edge goes to right here. And since we know we'll get solve CP, this corner will also be red. So essentially, after we do the OLL, it'll look like this, except you also have to know that once you do this algorithm, the tracing will do a U2. So it will look like this after we finish this OLL. And you can actually cancel into this PLL. As a side note, if you do get diag CP for this case, you can actually still do the tracing if you do the first algorithm. And if you did the tracing, you would know that it looks like this when you finish. But in my opinion, it's better to just do the second algorithm so that you can swap these 2 corners and get an adjacent CP. And the headlights will always be in the front for that. And this is the last OLL. Obviously for this one, I just do sexy sledge for the algorithm. And then to do the tracing for this one, you'll look at these 2 pieces and know that they will come down to here like this. So the front will look like this. And then the right side, these 2 pieces will come over to here. And also note that this corner will stay still. So essentially, when we're done with the OLL, the PLL will look like this. And this will just be an A-perm, and we'll do a U2. So the point of this video was to showcase that you can actually predict PLL relatively easily when you get certain OLLs. I was actually inspired when I started watching some of Matty Hiroto Inaba's solves, and he has almost no pause going into PLL on almost all of his solves, which I found kind of crazy. So I looked into some resources, and I wasn't able to find any videos that showed how to deduce the entire PLL from your OLL case. So I wanted to showcase some of the patterns that I found that may explain how he's able to do that. I'm still searching for more OLL cases that have easy patterns to recognize, like these four. So stay tuned for potential part 2. And also let me know if you think of any cases that you know would have easy tracing. Thanks for watching, and I hope you're able to use this to improve your solves.